Hello, welcome to the Lois and Lamar TV talk show. I am Lois, your host, alongside my partner, Lamar Bumbry. And today we have with us someone who is very, very special to the both of us, Angelina Blackman. Angelina is going to share her journey with us of finding her biological parents after 50 plus years. We did find out 2 years ago that she and I are cousins, but then she's recently found out within the last 2 or 3 weeks that Lamar Bumbry here is her nephew. So I'm not going to say anything more at this time. I'm going to take and turn the show over to Angelina, and I'm just going to let you share
Okay.
the steps that you went through to find your biological parents and the difference that it has made in your life today.
Well, hello everybody.
Unfilter it. Keep it,
Keep it real.
because that's what we're here for.
Okay, so I was adopted. I was adopted when I was 7. I was left in the hospital when I was 5 days old. So the parents that I knew got me when I was 5 days old. So growing up, I never knew who my parents were. So to skip to how I got to where I am today, my kids always have asked me, Mom, don't you want to search for your mom or your dad or, and your sisters or anything, brothers you may have. And I always had in the back of my mind that I didn't want to because I didn't want to feel rejected. Because I felt like my mother rejected me when she gave me up. Not knowing the circumstances, but me not knowing the circumstances, I put in my own head what I thought it might have been. I thought it might have been because of me. Not because, she was looking out for me, trying to give me a better life. So recently, I say like 2 months ago, I inquired the state of New Jersey for a birth certificate. So I got in touch with Trenton.
Okay.
They sent me a birth certificate. First, they sent me a letter saying, well, we need more information. So I was like, how can I give more information if I don't know anything?
Right.
So I said, I need to find out because I need to know the medical history because I have no medical history of my biological family. So within a couple of weeks, I received a letter. So I was scared to open it. So what I did was I called my son and I asked my son, I said, the letter came. And I did, he said, well, open it. So I opened it and I could tell that it was my birth certificate and I couldn't go no further.
It was
So
a very emotional thing for you. You had to cross that wall.
Yes.
Emotionally at the moment because this is the first step
Yes.
into knowing what's going on. So
Yes.
I understand. Continue.
So when when he came, he opened it. He didn't say anything. And so I'm sitting there like, okay, what is it? And he's just like looking and reading it. And he starts smiling. So then he told me, the first thing he said, he told me my mother's name. So right off the bat, the first time ever hearing my mother's name, that was just
start.
It was really emotional because now I have a mother. Even I knew I had a mother. Now I know her name.
You have a name to them. You have a name
Yes,
to the idea.
I
of
have a
everything.
name. Then he said, well, your father's on here too. So now I have a mother's name and I have a father's name. So I just broke down and I was crying and he was so happy for me because it's been 50 something years. I'll be 56 next month. So all this time I didn't know who I belonged to, who I was. I had no idea of who I was. I was kind of lost, but not lost because I had the family who raised me, but that's nothing like having your own, your blood. That was so me knowing now that my mother's name and my father's name was just a big ideal for me. It was just a blessing. So with that going on, also on my father's side, there was a cousin who had got in contact with me.
Okay.
He works for the United States government. See, God works. So with him, I was explaining to him that I was looking for I had my mother's name and my father's name. He said, well, give me the information. So what he did was he got his people to go and they found the, like back in the day, they had the obituary you put in the paper. He found the clipping. The clipping had my mother's name, she died, and it had all my siblings. It had all the siblings on there. So what me and my son did was we sat in the room for 3 hours, going on Facebook, looking up everybody's name on Facebook.
Okay.
And that's how we contacted my niece who I now know now is my niece. I said she gotta be my niece because I was going through her picture on Facebook.
Yeah.
She reminded me too much of my daughter. I said this has to be my niece.
There it is.
So we contacted everybody on there who was connected with her, and then that's how it happened. And my oldest sister, she had called me. She had actually she had messaged me, and she had asked me. She said, "You call?" And I said, "Yes." I said, "Do you know?" And I said my mother's name. She said, "That's my mother." I said, "Well, I think I'm your sister." She said, "You are my sister." And all I could do was cry. She said, "You know what?" She said, "As soon as my daughter seen you, she said, that's Grandma." She said she looks just like Grandma. And my sister said, "You sound like her. You sound like her. You look just like her." And I'm like, "Oh wow, I am like complete now." Then I find out that I had I had other sisters. I mean, it was this feeling. It was just like a great feeling. Like I always wanted sisters.
Your dreams come true.
I always wanted to have a sister. Now I have 4 sisters.
For all the time you thought you just wanted one, you
I
got 4.
I got 4 sisters, and it's been so great. I mean, it's been great, and I understand. You know, a person coming into your life after 50 something years, it's a big adjustment. You know, and I understand. So I know that it's going to take some more time than the others. You know what I'm saying? And I understand and I get that, but they still accept me.
Yeah, that's the most important thing.
Everybody, they all
That's the most
accept me.
important
You know, they everybody accept me. And then the crazy thing is like to find out that you're my nephew.
Plot twist.
Yeah, like
She was with us all the time and didn't know.
I said I've said because my sister kept on saying, "Do you know Lamar?" And I'm like, "I don't know no Lamar. Lamar who? I don't know no Lamar." So then when you I think it was you contacted me, you had said something, and then when you called me later, a couple days or a day later or the night later.
Yeah, it was after my mother. My
Right.
mother contacted me, and
we did a 3-way.
she said to me, "Yo, there's this woman saying that she's my sister. Who is this woman? Because you know, my mom's real paranoid about a lot of things. People, you know, just putting it out there. Yeah, Mom, I'll put you out there.
Oh no.
Yeah, I did. But she's very very rigid about things. So she didn't really know the connection with anybody else. But because I already knew you prior, because like you said, we already worked together, you're part of the team. So because I already knew you and I was able to vouch for it, I'm like, this is who she is. It's not a catfish. It's not a fake person. You can actually scroll on the Lois and Lamar TV Talk Show Facebook, and she's right there. So it's pretty official tissue. So I think that you should give it a chance. And that's when she started gravitating towards, okay, I'm gonna see what's happening with this. And I'm like, look, if she's family, then we must accept her as family, And for all the people out there that go through these situations, you might have some siblings, you might have a mom or a dad, aunt, uncle, whoever that you don't even know. They might be at your job. That you might have went to school with them, or it's just some type of connection somewhere. And if you're blessed enough to have these moments where you actually come in contact with them, don't shun them away. I know you don't know them. I know you've never heard of them. Same for them. Do not shun them away, because it is not their doing why you do not know each other. But it is both of your doings to get to know each other, because you're family. And just keep telling us more. This is amazing, and I'm sure this is going to inspire a lot of people to get out there and really look for their people, you know.
Yeah.
I have a question before you go on. In searching for your family, you found out that you did have some sisters. Were there any brothers?
There is one brother, but I don't think anybody knows where he's at. I do believe it is one. Yeah. So hopefully, one day, hopefully one day everybody, will come together. But it's just been a great thing, and like you said, yes, if you have been adopted, if you have been a foster child and you want to look for your family, go ahead. It took me, and I wish that I would have did it sooner, because then my mother would have been alive and I would have been able to meet her. But I'm getting to know my mother through my family, my sisters, through the book, I'm getting to know her that way. But if I would have did it when I was much younger, I would have definitely would have been able to meet my mom. And so it was a bittersweet, because finding out that my mom had passed away. Oh yes, this is the book about my mother, called Mama's Blues. My mother was a blues singer. You can get this on Amazon too. If I would have known, if I would have met, if I would have did this when I was younger, but me, everything happens in time and when it's supposed to happen. I wasn't ready.
I was about to say that.
I wasn't ready.
Mentally, you wasn't ready.
I wasn't
you probably
ready.
would have been, still bitter from not
Right,
knowing.
right.
It's not your fault you didn't know, but
Right.
when you have a perception,
Right.
you're going to carry that pain.
And I did, even though I didn't know her, I had this resentment.
Of course.
I'm gonna be honest. I called her names.
Of course
you
you
know what I'm
did.
saying? Because why did you give me up? Me not knowing she gave me up because she had to, because she couldn't take care of me. And so I realized, and I found out, it was like 10 years ago, somebody said to me, your mother loved you because she named you, she stayed in the hospital with you for 5 days. She didn't leave you in a dumpster. She didn't leave you on the side of the road to die. She made sure you was okay. So after that, that made me feel like she did love me. She named me. She named me. She stayed there with me. And she did what she had to do because she knew that she was not able to take care of me. For whatever the reasons might have been. So I forgave her. And that's why I started seeking and looking for her. But 30 years ago, I did not have that mindset. 30 years ago, I was not right just because my life wasn't right.
You had to be a mother too,
Right.
first and foremost, so you can understand her position as a mother.
Right.
Before that, it would just be from the position, as just being a child.
Right.
So you had to mature, grow, become a mother yourself, and then you were able to receive the message.
Yeah.
So that these moments can happen right now.
And then also, with the rejection pieces, like I always told myself that what if I do meet her and she says no, I got rid of you and I didn't want to have anything to do with you then, and I don't want to have anything to do with you now. I don't know how I would have handled that as an adult. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, because I already got rejected one time as a child, so now here I am being rejected again as an
trauma
adult.
returning.
Right, so I didn't know how I would be able to handle that mentally. So that was another reason why it stopped me from looking to moving forward. And like I said, I just wish I would have put all them things aside and just went on, because from what I understand, she's a beautiful person. I see the pictures. She was a beautiful person. And I always wanted to know what my mother looked like. All I had to do was look in the mirror. All I had to do was look in the mirror.
But Angelina, let me say one thing to you. Your mother did love you, because the fact that she did not abandon you,
Right.
she put you up for adoption. You were in the care of beautiful, beautiful people who raised you up. So you were blessed to have two families.
Yes.
You were blessed. You
Yes.
have two families. You're just contacting the biological family. But your other family is behind you.
Yes.
They are supporting you, and they still love you. They're never going to leave you. Okay, you just gained another
Right.
family.
Yes,
But
definitely.
your mother loved you, because if she didn't love you,
Right, I wouldn't be here.
No telling where you would have been or what would have happened to you.
Right.
You know how hard it is for a mother to give away her child for
Exactly.
adoption?
Exactly.
It's the ultimate
Yeah.
sacrifice.
I
Yeah.
know. It definitely
So
is.
there was some love in that she did
Oh.
have make sure that a good family had you,
Yeah.
and that you wasn't just out there like a stray baby.
Right.
You know.
And I do, and I believe that, and I know that, and I know that now. And then hearing, learning about my mother every day, I find out something different. Especially reading this book, I'm finding out so much, so many things, And just talking to my sisters and stuff like that, I'm learning, little bits and pieces of this, and I'm like, wow, like, it's a lot that I have in common with my mother, just like it's a lot of things I have in common with my sisters.
Exactly.
And I just can't wait till we get together and we all reunite and everything like that. That's that day right there. And it's coming because November I'm going to down there to see everybody. It's going to be a tearjerker, but it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I'm just so blessed. Like you said, I have 2 families. Some people don't have one.
Well, you have 3 because you have the Lois
And I
and
have-
March
yes,
family.
yes,
You've been our
and
family
you're right,
before you
yes,
found anybody else.
yes.
So,
And it's just a great blessing. And I mean, and everybody, like I said, my sisters call me every day. It's if they don't call, they text.
That's nice.
I'm just glad that everybody accepts me, because that was my main fear.
That's the biggest.
That was my main fear, that I wouldn't be accepted. That was my.
Yeah.
And when I talked to him on the phone, I was like, and that's what I told her today. I said, I don't know how how can I say it?
To accept
To-
him when he comes in the door.
Yeah, because
today.
because you're not now my co-worker or somebody that I work with. You're my nephew. And I would tell people, like, I've worked with you for 2 years. We worked together and we didn't even know. And just now to know that I have you as a nephew and you've been there for me ever since you found out. We've talked on the phone and everything. It's just been great. And I want to say I love you. And I'm so glad that you're part of me and I'm part of you. And I can't wait to meet my sister, your mother. I know in time it's going to happen.
I know you can't wait for that one, Mom.
But this is it's wonderful, and I want to thank you because you had a lot to do with this too. Because I think it would have been harder if you wasn't there to say I know her and she's real, she's who she say she is. I think it might have took a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying, for people to say, okay, well, if you say she's real, then she is real. If she's who she says she is, and this and that, they know you. They didn't know me, and that's why I said I understand. I totally understand. I understand. Hey, this woman just coming out of nowhere, saying that she's related. She's related. I don't know if she's related.
It's 2021. Things happen.
Yeah.
But
So.
They knew what it was. Because I told my mom, I'm like, listen, and I feel it in my spirit right now. She is who she says she is. And now that y'all know that she is who she says she is, hopefully y'all can be who you need to be. But, this is a very, very emotional show today right now on the Lois and Lamar TV talk show. And I want this to touch everyone that's out there and just know just the happiness that you will bring to the person that is looking for you. You're everything to them and you don't even know it. They have so much love for you and you don't even know it. And just to say, on national TV and all that stuff when we're circulating and everything, that I love you too and I accept you with all of my heart.
Thank you.
And I will be there for you because I'm the only one you got up here. Everyone else is down south, so stay close.
I will.
Stay close.
I will. I have fun.
Don't worry, it's all right. I got the hat. You ain't gonna let that fall.
Thank you.
Don't worry.
Thank you.
Trust me. Everything's gonna be okay.
I believe that.
It will.
And I believe you. I know. I do trust you, and I know.
This is the beginning. Everything will be fine.
Angelina, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you
and
for having me.
sharing your journey with us. I don't know what else to say. We don't need to introduce her to a platform. She is one of the co-producers of the Lois and Lamar TV talk show. But I'm sure that if there's someone who needs some encouragement or some support, and you are looking for your biological parents, you don't know where to start, you don't know who to talk to, I think this lady would be a good start for you. And of course, to get in touch with her, you must contact Lois and Lamar. She's just not out there like that. So you need to contact us if you have any questions about finding your biological parents and you need help. And Lamar and I will make Angela available to you. Thanks for watching the show, and we pray that you all have a wonderful rest of the day. Thanks for coming.